Welcome to the brand new Draymond Green Show YouTube channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our content. I tip my hat to them. It's going to be interesting to see them versus them versus Dallas next series. It's going to be a hell of a matchup. You got a couple young stars and Ant-Man and Luka. You got Kyrie, tried, true, and tested. Or I messed that up, but you get the point. And you got Minnesota size. How does Gafford stack up to that? You got a young Lively playing good basketball. With Minnesota's bigs, how do they match up? You got P.J. Washington at the 4, shooting the lights out the ball in the playoffs. If Luka's putting Rudy in the pick and roll every time, how does Rudy handle that? Kyrie in the pick and roll, that's a different look for Rudy. It's a different look. How do you handle that? Floor spacing. It's going to space you out differently than it was spaced out in Denver because you got Aaron Gordon always in the dunker. If he had the 3, you helping off. You're not worried about it. They got guys shooting that thing. So that stretches the defense differently. That's what we up against, right? You got Ant-Man downhill. Derrick Jones Jr. will probably be the guy that you think guard Ant-Man because you kind of need PJ for size this round against Cat. But I think Ant-Man could possibly be a little too big for Derrick Jones Jr. So if he is and you need PJ for his size, then who's guarding Cat? Do you then send Derrick Jones Jr. to Cat? This is where the chess pieces sometimes happen. The chess moves happen. Is it more of a Josh Green series? How can Josh Green play this series? Do he come play big? So if he play big, can he guard Ant some to allow PJ to guard the Cat more? Right? Like this is where you start plugging and playing. This is where it gets good. But the matchup's going to be interesting. You got Luka and Jaden McDaniels. You go Ant-Man on Kyrie. Kyrie and Ant-Man, that's one for the ages right there. Young fella versus Kyrie season, but Kai do it. Kai a trickster. Bag full of tricks. Gets interesting. You go Mike Conley, Derrick Jones Jr. But yeah, so these matches, like this series, it's the tale of two tapes, I think. And man, which one ultimately wins? I want to say Dallas. But Minnesota showed me something when they were willing to pull Rudy Gobert. Sometimes Utah couldn't get over the hump because they wouldn't be willing to pull him. You never know could they got over the hump sometime if you was willing to pull him at times. They weren't. Minnesota pulled him at the right time. He got back in, though. You got to give him credit. Got back in and played. Got to give him credit. They didn't bow out. But what I was shown tonight was that Cat can hold the fort down. Cat's willing to hold the fort down. And if you need to play that card, they showed that they will. They showed that they're capable. So with that, man, I like Dallas. I think Dallas is tough, man. I think Dallas is tough. Maxi Kleber being out this round going to be big. Do they get Kleber back? I think that changes the series, but I think he's out indefinitely. Isn't he out for quite a while, Jackson?
Yeah, I think he's out for quite a bit. I will try to check, but I think he's out. I think he's out for quite a while.
Yeah,
maybe for the finals if they get there, but I don't think this round.
Yeah, see, that's a tough. That's where that loss come into play, right? And you start talking about health and like where it becomes important. Because Maxi Kleber would be big because he can guard Cat some. He can stretch the floor still. And if you remember, Maxi Kleber was shooting the lights out versus the Clippers. So I want to say Dallas. I feel like Dallas is more than capable of winning this series. But it's hard to bet against Minnesota right now. Ant-Man doing what he doing. Cat stepping up like that. And I think this is going to be a big, big, big Kyle Anderson series. Like when you start talking the floor space, and if they got to pull that plug on Rudy, Kyle Anderson hasn't been real big in these playoffs. So I wonder, is he still in it mentally? Always been a true professional. Is he still there mentally, though? Because this could be a big Kyle Anderson series. That's where the series can change. Can you get a guy like Kyle Anderson to come up big? He's more than capable. I've seen him do it. So it's interesting.
And then Carlos Hernandez asked, do you think the Mavericks have a chance? Which obviously you do, but I'm going to use this as a jumping off point to ask you to give a firmer prediction on Dallas, Minnesota.
A firmer prediction on Dallas and
Dallas
Minnesota?
Is who you got? How many games? Let's see. Let's hear it.
No,
we're not going to hold you to it. It's
Minnesota.
only been 5 minutes since the series ended.
I got Minnesota. I haven't had a chance to really analyze this how I want to analyze it yet, but I think I need to look at like some different matchup stuff. Like what was their, I need to watch their games from the season and like see different things. So I may tweet to y'all and change my prediction before game one, just so you know. I'm going to go just to give you guys a firm prediction I haven't studied like I want to study yet. I'll go Minnesota for now, but I may change that before game one, so be on the lookout. I may, if I'll even post something, like I'll post a video if I change it or something, but as of right now, I think I got Minnesota.
We are getting closer to crowning an NBA champ, and with the action heating up on the court, hotter than ever, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's great. I've got it. You should. Takes less than 90 seconds. Official sports betting partner of the National Basketball Association. Okay, now we got the conference finals. Pacers, Celtics, T-Wolves, Dallas Mavericks. These games have been so great. Live betting, same game parlays, odds boosts. So much is covered. It's super easy for first timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like a team to win. So you go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, again, download it 90 seconds, select your squad, place your bet. It's that simple. Okay, new to DraftKings. It's called No Sweat Bet. This is a new one. It's easy, called No Sweat Bet, up to $1,500. Just deposit at least $5. That's it, $5, a 5 spot. That's it. And you'll get a bonus bet back if your bet doesn't hit. Yeah, I said it right. If your bet doesn't hit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. The code is Colin. That's me, C-O-L-I-N. DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download Colin, C-O-L-I-N. New customers, no sweat bet. Up to $1,500 you get if you just deposit $5 and your first bet doesn't hit. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.